Hello, this is Sancho from the Cranial Emission Show. Our celebrity voices are impersonated. Bang? What's the word?
Impersonated.
Oh, are impersonated unless otherwise stated by Ben, Caleb, or Miggy.
Broadcasting from within the Ybor-Muda Triangle, live from the Lion's Den at 1704 and a half, yes, a half, East 7th Avenue, Ybor City, Florida. It's the Cranial Emission Show. Welcome your hosts, Ben Charles, Caleb Crispy, and Miguel Hito.
Welcome to another edition, folks, of the Cranial Emission Show. The triumvirate before you, Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, the C-squared himself, Caleb Crispy. Just doing a little adjustment on my headphones here so I can hear myself a little better as we broadcast tonight. You want to be a part of the show, you want to call in, you can do so. 813-438-6068. Sancho Sanchez, the producer extraordinaire, here among us as well. And Miggy, you seem like you're starting to feel a little better. You're not as sick as you were last week, are you?
I wasn't really sick last week. I was just have the voice of a 60-year-old smoker.
You were coughing like an 80-year-old smoker.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. I'm almost there, man.
We are live from the Lion's Den, as the theme song indicated this week, on the rotation between ESB Brewing and the Lion's Den here, as we've been doing on the regular now.
Yeah.
Look forward. We got a segment later on. Sancho apparently has been watching some movies and wants to do a movie review that he has titled Sancho on Film. And Sancho, hopefully you're...
Nice on films.
Yeah.
I'm loud. I'm very loud. Maybe it's my headphones?
Hopefully you're
Yes.
better prepared.
Yes. I'm just checking.
Hopefully you're better prepared for this than you were last week when you were trying to tell us about Cherry 2000.
Yes,
for
but you were
an
asking...
hour.
No, you were asking about a movie. And I was talking about Melanie Griffith's daughter from the 50th grade. 50 Shades... 50. I've been working on my English. It's 50 Shades... 50... Fuck.
Anyway, let's move on.
50 Shades of Grey. Yes.
A lot to get into
Yes,
tonight.
Melanie Griffiths.
Yeah, no more Cherry 2000. I swear to God.
wasn't
If you go
gonna
back
go
in,
there.
if you go back into it again today, I swear I'm going to smack you before this show's barely even started.
They should have done the sequel for that movie. It's so good.
Okay.
Can we set him up to produce from outside?
Yeah, we should. We need to lock him in a closet or something. Anyway, a lot to get into tonight. Sports, porn, food, the usual. Next week, you want to make sure you tune in because Are You Not Entertained, the show that's been doing some cooperative work with us, they will be joining us next week when we broadcast live from ESB for their 1-year anniversary. They will broadcast their show after hours, you think?
It is going... No, it's
not confirmed?
Today's their 1-year anniversary show. We were going to do it here, but the logistics didn't quite work out, obviously, as it goes. It's going to be much easier to have them at ESB Brewery. It's right off the interstate. There are, one's coming from St. Pete, one's coming from two from Bradenton. So we're going to do a second week celebration of their 1-year anniversary show. And congratulations to those guys. They do some funny work, man. Those guys are only getting better. So
while they're there, it'll be fun for them. They'll get to use some equipment that they're not acquainted with at the moment. But also we will have Cletus. I understand they've got him in tow, and we will be revisiting Redneck Trivia again. But this time, we're actually going to try to throw them a curveball and give them some harder questions.
Oh, I got some questions, dude. And it's only going to be, 5 apiece, not... 20? How many did we have before? We had way too many.
It was a marathon.
Yeah, 10 apiece, so 20.
And then there's a chance we could do, a couple interviews with the guys. Hefe on the show, he gives excellent dating advice if you've had quite a slump. He can talk you out of that slump and get you back on the right track. So we'll see what happens. You never know what's going to happen.
That's what we have Andy here for.
Yeah.
He's very good at that. Well, let's go ahead and kick this show off the way we do every single week, and that is with the beer call. Magnum PI.
Yeah, baby. What? You got Higgins. You just got Higgins.
I'm a little concerned with the beer call tonight because.
It's okay. We're
Well, Ben, why don't you tell us what you're drinking over there?
Don't do it.
Well,
Shh, don't say that on the fucking air. I swear to God.
I am drinking. It starts the first.
Well, you're drinking something that some douchebag only drank in aluminum cans. Am I guessing?
in aluminum bottles.
In aluminum bottles. I
Maybe.
apologize.
It tastes better in aluminum bottles.
Something
Everybody knows that.
Now, is this something that this douchebag might have left a wedding for? Just curious.
Yes, it
Okay.
is. Yes.
Does he work for a douchebag company?
Yes.
Okay, well, they nailed it right there.
Yes.
So we're going to leave it at that. So we're not enjoying that beer. We're just drinking it because it's here and it's queer.
Okay. So that was kind of a limp beer call, I guess we would say.
That's going to be a lip
Well, I
biscuit.
am drinking a fine Yingling lager.
Oh, there you go.
America's oldest brewery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the largest craft brewery now since they've raised the barrel count.
That's,
Let's not go there.
Let's not go.
I think we need to fish Brian to get him on here, actually. If you guys want to go ahead
Sancho, go get Brian.
Brian! No,
Go
dude,
get
don't
it.
really? He said he's yelling right next to my freaking ear. For God's sakes, dude. We're gonna have Brian on here for most likely.
Now summoning Brian to the radio table. And here he
Paging
comes.
Mr. Herman. Paging Mr. Herman.
The gimpy Brian Lyon. Minus one arm.
Minus one arm.
He is a flightless bird today.
Yes. I think I'm a flightless bird every day. Have you seen me?
We welcome Brian Lyon to the production table here, and Brian for the beer call, also the cigar call. And I understand you've got some exciting news coming here at the Lion's Den.
Absolutely. You know, there's been a movement for a few years now about craft beer, and everyone's gotten on this craft beer wagon. And some of the best craft beer is actually being made right here in Tampa.
Oh yeah.
So I decided that we should, follow suit and start bringing on some of that good craft beer. So we're going to have Cigar City on. We're going to bring in some of the, some of the Dogfish Head, like the 90-minute,
Nice. Yeah.
So we're bringing on a lot of different things. So we're jumping into that craft beer scene, especially since it meshes so well with cigars.
Well,
So-
and there's, you talk about Tampa being at the heart of this movement. You've got, obviously, CCB kind of put everything on the map here in Tampa, the craft beer industry. But then on top of that, you've got Coppertail just opened down the
Yeah,
street.
they got an amazing facility if
Yeah.
you haven't been there.
Oh, yeah, 20,000 plus square feet down
Yeah.
there. The largest building for a brewery, for a craft brewery in all of Tampa. So there's a lot going on. I mean, we broadcast.
Yeah, you got a little Dunedin Brewery over there.
Oh yeah, Seventh Son down
yeah.
there. Actually, Seventh
Yeah.
Son is. I think they're the first craft brewery. I think actually in the Tampa area.
Well, and what's funny is they're actually these companies are actually winning awards.
Right.
So they're not just in the craft beer game; they're winning awards, national awards.
No doubt. I mean, but you got Rap, you got Southern makes their own beer. I mean, you got tons of
Yeah.
breweries around here, everywhere. Over at ESB, we placed fourth with our Blackberry IPA.
Yeah.
In the
That
best of
sounds
Florida,
fucking
we did
delicious.
pretty good for we're going to be talking about nano breweries. But ESB is almost virtually a nano brewery. So,
Right.
We brew all in house, everything. And so it's
That's what I should do. I should start a brewery.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know how to brew beer?
Fuck no.
Oh,
It's like
you're
everything else.
You are on the wrong track, brother.
It's like everything else. You just you learn.
Well, while we have you here, for those that are cigar aficionados, or actually, you know what, for someone, it's good. I think it's a good idea when we have Brian on to get a cigar recommendation from Brian. For someone that's looking to get into the hobby, that just is looking for a starter cigar, but a quality one instead of going to a convenience store, what do you recommend starting out with?
First and foremost, I tell them don't go with something that's too dark and too strong. I tell them to go with a nice light Connecticut. And one of the nice, light, inexpensive Connecticut's that's out there right now is made by the J.C. Newman Company. And I can't say enough about them. J.C. Newman is a company that makes Diamond Crowns. So they make, some of the higher-end cigars. But they're value cigar, if I could call it that, because it's not a cheap cigar, it's just a value-based cigar, is the Perla Del Mar. And the Perla Del Mar is actually a Connecticut wrapper, believe it or not, made in Nicaragua. Very smooth, nice texture. Got some creaminess to it, and it's
Nice cream.
just like you like them, and and it's just it's one of those cigars that if you're a novice and you're just coming to the to the hobby, then it's a cigar you can definitely enjoy. It's not going to fucking choke you. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to be one of those things where you say, "Wow, I don't think I like cigars."
Right. Kind of ease you into it.
Yeah.
Not going to turn you green.
Exactly.
Shh, you got to relax.
It's like when you're going with the craft beer thing. For people first starting to get into craft beers, you don't necessarily want to kill them to death with something that's overly hoppy if they are used to drinking, crappy beer in an aluminum bottle. You do want to start out, with something that's a little more mellow.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those guys, running around Ybor. I mean,
With flat tops?
yeah, they remind me of somebody from the '80s, man. It's kind of funny, but it's like they're trapped in the '80s. They started drinking crappy beer in the '80s, and they just fucking stayed there.
Right. Right.
And then,
So-
and then it became the Brady Bunch.
So, but
Oh.
but yeah, you don't take a person like that and shove them into a big fat IPA, So
Yeah.
just doesn't work.
Well, you got to ease
They
people in
wouldn't
this.
they wouldn't appreciate it.
You develop a taste for things, or at least you're supposed to as you evolve and mature. It's like when you don't like your vegetables when you're a kid, and all of a sudden you start liking things that you didn't like. Well, when you're getting into cigars, when you're getting into beers, you're getting into liquor in general, all of it's an acquired taste, and you begin to refine your palate from there. Now, you start out light, you start out with a cigar like the Connecticut that you said. What about the sophisticated cigar guy? I mean, what's the top end? If that's the bottom end,
Okay, so let's stay with the J.C. Newman theme for a moment. You could go, and J.C. Newman, you can go from their Perla Del Mar, and let's take out stuff like their factory throwouts and the bundled cigars that they make that are made with premium tobacco, but maybe short filler or something like that. So let's take that kind of stuff out of the mix, and let's just say long filler premium cigars. You start with the Perla Del Mar, somewhere around there, and believe it or not, you go up into the Diamond Crown that they have, and when you get into the Diamond Crown, there's Connecticut's, there's Maduro, there's a Diamond Crown Maximus. One of my favorite Diamond Crowns, and you're talking about kind of the creme de la creme, is a Julius Caesar, which is named for the company's namesake, J.C. Newman. So Julius Caesar, and it's kind of funny because when they came out with that line, you've got a couple of them that are like Hail Caesar and whatnot, different sizes, which is pretty interesting. So
Do they have an A2 Brute?
no, because he killed Caesar.
What about Ides of March?
No, nothing on the 15th.
Damn it!
Yes. So, tu Brute, and you too, Brutus. So, but I'll tell you what's pretty interesting about that line is that you can as you progress through it, and unfortunately it's a price issue, but as you progress through it price wise, you can taste the difference. You really can.
Yeah.
So, Julius Caesar is one of my favorites.
So that's like meeting a girl in Nebraska and then meeting a girl at a high-end place in Vegas. They definitely taste very different.
Very different, yes.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
yeah, the difference being on the high end, it tastes clean. On the low end, it's just skank and dirty.
Yeah. You go, you
Had to
go
take
to the corner.
Miggy's microphone away.
So his name is Brian Lyon. For all of those that listen to the show, you want to get into some cigars. It's the Lion's Den here in Ybor City. Owe it to yourself to check it out. And like you said, I understand you're getting the taps in here soon.
Yeah.
So when do you project a hard opening here?
I like that. It's all soft openings, but
He's still got a mic.
yeah. But we're going into the summer, so I think what we're going to do is just start throwing a few events through the summer, and then maybe do like an actual grand opening at the end of the summer. But we'll be open every day, but just start throwing like little events here or there so people can get used to coming in.
Right. Start getting the word out.
Yeah, exactly. I know that a lot of people, they set a hard date for a grand opening, and then that's it, and then they have a bunch of people show up, and then they kind of fizzle out. I want everyone to ease into coming here,
right?
And make it part of their rotation. So,
well, all you out there, make sure you come check it out. You can stay in touch on the Cranial Missions Facebook page if you want updates on when to come in here and when you can connect with Brian and have him steer you along the path of cigar appreciation.